Waleed Gabr, co-founder of Humanity. Thank you so much for joining the podcast, brother. It's a pleasure to have you.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much for the invite. We're really happy to be part of this amazing initiative that's hosted by you and the amazing subscribers and people that are watching this all over the world, mashallah.
Habibi, thank you so much. And you handed me this jacket beforehand. It's pretty sick. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
put her on.
so every time we start talking, you say, "What is this all about?" It's all about humanity.
It's all about humanity.
How do we serve humanity, right? So
See, does it go with my outfit? It kind of does go with
it
my
always
outfit.
does.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that. Just look
Can't
at
go
it.
wrong with that. All right.
Bright and early.
Bro, so tell me a little bit because you guys do a lot of things, mashallah. I've seen you guys do events with Artugrul. I was there for that, the guy that plays them. And now on August 2nd, this Saturday, you guys will be having Khabib Nurmagomedov. And you guys can actually find tickets for the event in New York. Saturday, August 2nd, you can find it at khabibusa.org, which
That's
is
right.
incredible, man. It's happening this Saturday. Inshallah, I'll be there. Khabib will be there, which is way, way bigger of a deal. And Mu'taz Aziz, which is way, way, way even bigger of a
Big
deal.
deal.
A real life hero, mashallah, man. Allah
Yeah, as
bless him.
Khabib says, send me the location, right? So the location is Tillis Performance Arts Center.
Okay.
That's going to be in Long Island University in New York.
Yes, sir.
So we love for you guys to come. Well, it's going to be something special. It's unique. It's the first time he's coming on this scale for quite some time.
You know, as you said earlier, you have your arms in many things. I like to call you the William Wesley of the Muslim world. And if for those of you who don't know William Wesley, he is basically the de facto commissioner of the NBA, right? If you want to get to LeBron or if you want to get to a bench player on the Philadelphia Sixers, you go to William Wesley. And if you recognize the name, you've heard it in Drake's song, William Wesley, You'll Never Check Me, or Drake's bar, William Wesley, You'll Never Check Me. And what I mean by that is, mashallah, if anyone and everyone who's doing any work, you can go to Waleed Gabr and find them, like any major figure, mashallah. So my question has always been to you, is there a Muslim deep state? Is that a thing?
You got to elaborate on that. That's a deep question.
Yeah, I don't know how much more to elaborate on it. I think it's a pretty evident question right there. What do you think?
Depends on, I mean, really how deep you want to really go with it. I mean, but explain to me what you mean by the deep state, though, because I want to make sure I answer it right.
I don't know. I guess a deep state in general, its definition is a large network that knows each other, has similar interests, and works in their individual fields to accomplish their individual interests, which happen to align with someone else. And that usually happens through civilizational alignment, meaning culture, religion, language, or ethnicity. And so that kind of seeps that.
And the short answer would be yes.
Hmm.
There is, and it's a beautiful world.
Doesn't seem like it's an inherently negative thing.
Yeah,
Right?
it could be have a negative connotation to it though.
Okay.
Deep state is like
Automatically,
it's
it
almost like a
does.
dark web. Like it's like different. It's away from everybody. It's like an exclusive underground world,
Yeah.
right? In a way, I don't think that's the. But I do know it's very. It is a smaller group. It's a lot of people know each other, in a similar work, in a similar space. The fundraisers know everybody. The fundraisers know each other. The coordinators know each other. The CEOs and the workers. It's very minute. We're like literally a handful. Like I would say a fraction of a percent of the working class in the community here. Just not just in the U.S. but globally. I don't think we have enough people actually doing this work.
Doing what?
to
Nonprofit?
to do so. To backtrack a little bit, when you look at the actual Muslim Ummah, like why charities exist in the first place, why these non-for-profits, why is this money being raised by the communities? Because we're taking the absence of an absent Islamic state that's supposed to go out and represent the Ummah and collect the zakah and distribute it to the needy. That's exactly what the charities work is doing. We're actually just filling that void because there isn't a whole world. Like you have, let's say, in Hajj, you go to one place. You go to Saudi, you can't go anywhere else. They own Hajj. They own pilgrimage. That's the only place you can go to do Hajj and Umrah, right? You don't have that one place to do charity. You don't have a one stop like a Baytul Mal. You don't have that. You don't have a one waqf. You don't have a place that everybody goes and pays their dues, and then they move on with their life. Even the churches and the synagogues, they all give to their synagogues and their churches individually. Yes, collectively, they do very well, but the Muslims do it, but they do it more like they do it more individually, but at the end for the greater purpose, like the ummah in general. I mean, if you look at a statistic, there was a report that's issued every year about the giving, the power of giving of the Muslims in the U.S. or in globally, right? But this one specifically about the charity dollars, the money that has been donated in the U.S. So it starts with the overall number, right?
Yeah.
Which is last year, the number in 2024 was just about $400 billion.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was,
I've talked about this a lot on the show, actually.
it's amazing, bro.
It's incredible.
And we comprise, as the Muslims, ironically, we're 1% of the population in the U.S. We're also 1% of that dollar amount. We're $4 billion a year, just in the U.S. alone, donations. That's powerful.
4 billion from just U.S. Muslims. Bro, so what if we...
That's just charity. We're not talking about consumer. We're talking about sadaqah, like charity.
What if we consolidated these a little bit?
That's actually the purpose of humanity. Is to be a common...
But they would refuse, right? Because everyone has their egos. Every nonprofit wants their own stuff, own money, own management.
So what is our secret sauce, or what is the purpose of humanity? People are asking.
Yeah.
Is to be a collaboration, to bring it all together. Because everybody did a great job building, as we talk about all the time, within our team and whatnot, where we do two really good things. Shout out to my man Shaib that always tells us this, the founder of Humanity. They said we're good at doing two things: building masajids and charities. But the other institutions have yet to be really accounted for or focused on. So how do we do this all together? We have to synergize, we have to align, we have to invest, we have to put money forward.
Can charities buy each other out?
They can acquire.
They can acquire?
They can acquire. So you could do that. You can grab up different organizations. I mean, there's room for that for sure. But you have to put capital forward, human capital and actual finance, to make sure you acquire somebody, you bring them in, let them keep running whatever they're doing. It's just like a merge and acquisition.
Yeah, I think we also need a little bit more creativity in the charities,
Agreed.
right? Like one charity I would love to start is one that focuses on a waqf, basically a fund for Muslim teachers' salaries.
Beautiful.
On top of what the Islamic schools give them, they immediately get a certain pension from this charity just for being a Muslim teacher.
Like subsidizing their income.
Right?
Beautiful.
One for Quran teachers, making it a viable option so that more of our men memorize the Quran.
Love it.
One for creators and artists that are up and coming. They just get a subsidized check just for being a Muslim artist.
That's cool.
I think those are it right there.
Exciting, creative.
And politicians. Sorry, last thing. Last one for politicians. But I don't think nonprofits can donate.
So just recently there was a new rule that was applied to the non-for-profit space that you can, like the masjids can endorse or churches and state churches or places of worship can endorse a candidate. That was just recently here in Texas.
Would you help me make something like that?
I think we can definitely make it together.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all about. That's why, and that's the beauty of like.
It could even be under humanity.
Yeah, I mean, look, if it serves humanity at the end of the day, and it makes sense, and it's going to make social impact, it's going to take care of social justice, it's going to be something really deserving, and we need to focus on these areas if we want to grow as an ummah, because everybody again has their cup of tea, or they have their interests, just like you lined your four up, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll give you another example. What about our imams in the community? What happens when they leave the masjid or they retire? They're getting old. There's no healthcare. There's no 401k. There's no support. So we just recently we're working on launching in the pipeline, of course, like the idea of like an imam care program, and that's under a recent organization that you probably be aware of. It's called
Yes.
Ruh Care with Amar,
Oh my, yeah.
the founder of it. So we partnered Humanity and Ruh. We infused them with a grant or like a program money to help grow their mental health and support, and then also add that to the imams and our religious advisors communities. In addition to that, that stemmed off and branched off and said the imam said, "Hey, we also are looking for financial support too. Nobody cares about us when we leave this world. We don't have our pension kicking in. We don't have our 401k. Most of us don't even have health insurance at the masjids.
Subhanallah.
That's
Our imams don't have health
a
insurance.
lot of them don't have, and because they get treated as sometimes get subcontractors. They're doing part-time work. They're not there full-time. The masjid can't afford them, so they're doing it pro bono. There's so many moving parts, and if you talk to the imams, you'll learn this a lot.
So how do they live? Like, what do they do?
They have to make it work at the night. They know that there's a lot of doctors in our community, so they go, and they take care of them. They'll just go to their clinic.
Subhanallah.
There's so many ways that, alhamdulillah, like I said, there's barakah there, but at the same time, but the structure, there's no systematic approach to it currently. But that's definitely an area that could be focused on.
I've teamed up with Pomeroy, a full-service marketing agency founded by a Muslim businessman with over 20 years of experience. Whether you're building your business, improving your brand, or running a nonprofit, Pomeroy will help you improve your revenue, increase your return on investment. Visit pomeroy.com/Ansari and get a free consultation today, or just mention the podcast and you'll get a free consultation. At the Ansari podcast, one of our closest partnerships is Muslim Professionals. That's because they're a free community connecting thousands of Muslims across the United States, working at places like Google, Apple, and Spotify. Their vision is to connect the Muslim world, whether that's help finding a new job, exchanging business ideas, forming partnerships, or just making new friends. Sign up at muslimprofessionals.us for free. Let's grow together, win together. Do nonprofits recognize that they do operate currently as a de facto bank or almost Humaniti?
Yeah. They hold the community's money.
Yeah, they hold the community's money. But don't you feel that sometimes they're very
Or
they hold
they
back?
facilitate the community's money.
Right.
Like, or especially from a donation standpoint.
Right. But I feel like they hold a lot of it back because they're like, oh, this is the Ummah's money. We have to use it wisely.
Yeah.
And that ends up the shaitan almost coming in and
Yeah.
making them just not spend
Instead of
at
them
all.
thinking about the other needs and the services and the social enterprises and taking some money and investing it in other causes and building a sustainable revenue streams, making sure the organization is established and continuing forever, and you're not just setting it up one time, but you're setting it up for a long time. So there is a lot of moving parts there, right?
But they don't have an abundance mindset is what I'm
they
trying
don't.
to say.
Most of the people are not business minded. That's part of it.
Yeah.
Like even the boards, like some of the boards on the that are running these or charities, they're not. A lot of them are not businessmen. They're community leaders. Fantastic. They're professionals, whether healthcare, engineers, IT people, because that's what our community comprises of. So those are the people that are going to be there running the actual organizations.
So how do we get people that are running these boards to understand and maybe even create them a training program or something that creates culture, right? Like reorients their nonprofit culture. Like we at work use agile methodology for not software development, right? But basically what I'm saying is to show them that once the community gives you their money, your role is actually to invest it back in them. And that actually makes them more capable of giving back to you and then you giving back to them more.
Well, that's the mindset. First, you got to change the mindset. Let's start there, right?
Right.
You got to just shut off what you're currently doing, just pause, take a break, and not just open up your mind, but open up your heart to the idea. Because a lot of people are stuck on we call it the founder syndrome, right? They're like, oh, it's my idea. It was perfect 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's still perfect now in my head. And if anybody comes to me, there's job security. They can take my job away, and then I can't be able to continue this legacy. No, Yahi. We have a lot of talent. You know, I was talking to one of my buddies. He did a PhD on unused data, right? Think about it. Like, we have all this data in the world. What happens with the ones that's unused? So we have a lot of unused talent.
Exactly.
That could be a I would open up a non-for-profit just to focus on untapped talent.
Well, one of the mindset shifts that the nonprofits may need is vertical investment,
Yeah.
right? A lot of them think about, or just Muslim businesses in general think about horizontal investment.
Yes.
When the most important thing for you to invest in first is vertical. Vertical meaning the actual people that work and infrastructure that holds up your business, your nonprofit. So when you invest more into your social media campaign manager, when you invest
Yeah.
more into your coder,
Spot
whatever
on.
it is, they actually end up getting you more work, more money, more jobs, and then you can start horizontally investing.
Let me add another point to that.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are not recruiting the best talent. They're just recruiting people just enough to get by because they're concerned and worried that if they bring in better people that they're going to take their job.
No way.
Yeah. So I'll add a point to that. I actually, every time I've ever recruited, being in management and leadership position, I would always find somebody that's actually better than me because the legacy could continue. Right? Why would I want to find somebody that's not as worthy, or who am I to think they're better, or I'm better than them? You should go out and actually recruit heavy money. Go get a headhunter. Go get somebody just like A1, top notch. Who cares whatever school that they went to, but they actually can go out and you make them the next potential CEO. Anybody that I bring, they better be the best person for the job.
But that's why you just pay them. Like, one of the things that drives me insane
Yeah.
with the only organizations that I hear say that pity themselves for how poor they are, in the same breath saying they have $20 million in their account, are Muslim nonprofits. Like, they were like, we only have 20 million. Ya aini, like, we only have 20 million. How could we pay for your $60,000 a year salary? That's so much. And that blows my mind hearing
Can
that.
I add more to it?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when we were working in the non-for-profit and charity space, we're actually very cognizant of what we're spending too, and how the community perceives us. Like, I'll make a perfect example. If an imam showed up with a nice car and parked it right in front of the masjid, and he came in and out every day, they would say, he's doing pretty good for himself. Or they're like, why does he get that? Why is he the leader of the community? Why is he able to be looked after that way? In fact, rather than flipping the script and thinking about, why don't you take care of the imam or the community leader? Because I broke that stereotype. After a while, khalas, enough and enough. You're old, driving an old Maxima, old Corolla, old Audi, old SUV. We're very cognizant of our spending, and everywhere we go out, we're always like, just want to make sure nobody's seeing me doing this or buying that.
Yeah.
Like, I walk out sometimes, it's like you look around, you're like making sure nobody's looking at you.
That's interesting because it's almost like nonprofit employees and imams, the ones holding up our communities, are also the only jobs that we expect for them not to be able to live off
And to
of.
take a pay cut. It's always like, brother, do it for the sake of Allah. With respect to people that say that, just be careful when you say that, because you're playing with people's livelihood, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide by all means. But be fair to them, because if you're getting underpaid, you're getting
They should go to their
overworked.
corporate jobs, go to Microsoft, be like, brother, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah.
One time, I remember when I first started at Islamic Leaf, back in 2008, the average salary was about $40,000. 40, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? I know your eyes lit up like Christmas over there. 40,000. Now, fast forward about 15, 16, 17 years after, that one job became 5 jobs, and each one of those jobs is averaging 50, 60,000. So it went from 40 to about, like, you could look at it like a times a 5x or 6x. So you got 5 more people doing those jobs now individually, right? And then they're all getting paid much better.
Yeah.
So there's been a big trend for the better. Yes, people now, I think when people are coming to non-for-profits and they're looking for a job, The non-for-profits are struggling to hire people because of the money. But if you get a good candidate, you will invest in them. Don't keep making excuses, brother. We can't afford you. Well, guess what? That means you don't believe in your product. You don't believe in your organization that you can come up with that money, or that person will bring in the funds. I know a lot of people struggle. A lot of people struggle to get jobs in the not-for-profit space because they're underpaid. They're undervalued. And we have to change that mindset and really say, hey, if you're really good, Mahmoud, at what you do, I'm going to give you the money that you need to live so you don't have to go elsewhere. And you're going to focus, put your head down, and get busy. And I think that's where we need to appreciate people for who they are and bring in the right caliber. Because what happens when you go find somebody that's actually not as worthy or as good, you're actually going to go back 2 steps. Instead of,
because you're going to probably let them go, and then now you have to reinvest, retrain, rehire.
and all the lost time, lost opportunities. Not just that, you're gonna be content. You're gonna put yourself in this little bubble or this little box of like, we're not gonna grow anymore. Like we'll be okay as status quo. You don't want to keep being status quo. That's halas. Those days are over. So let's go out and go find the best caliber people. Go spend a few extra bucks. Go to the board and say, this person deserves this. Let's squeeze out a few bucks from another budget, and let's just make it happen. But I think that until we get there, there's also a level of maturity.
Why do you think that is?
It's hard for us to recruit talent because what happens is a really sharp person or like a business person or lady that's very successful, if she looks back at the back end of the organization, she'll look at like, this is how you guys are functioning, or this is how you're operating. Like, you should never, you need to be, until you're positioned and established better, then I might join you. But I'm not just going to just.
So would you say that humanity is different? Are you guys different than that? Like everything that we've been talking about so far, from vertical investment, from investing into the community, to how you organize your systems and board?
Yeah, so of course I'll be biased and I'll say yes. But yes is because we built out the formula for it, is to have business-minded people looking at how you have a self-sustainable organization, right? So we have social entrepreneurship. We have social enterprises that we actually invest in different startups. Like we invested in we have an investment arm that we invest in fintech.
Nice.
Right?
MashaAllah.
So you can consider Muslimi as a fintech because it's a fundraising platform that helps scale because that's where that's where they're generating. It's like a launch good concept, but it's Muslimi as the engine that helps really build out those brands, right? Then we invested in water tech. Like
you said, water tech.
Water technology.
You said it in such a Jersey way. Water tech.
Yeah. Forget about it. Hey, let me tell you, what's the matter for you? So water tech, what is that? Water tech is technology that you can actually have a long-term impact on water and cleanliness, humidity, rainwater, collecting it, cleaning it, pumping it back out to communities. And these are investments that we actually have. That's one of our projects called the Oasis Box that we've worked on, and it's actually our factories in Pakistan that we collaborated, again, a merger and acquisition with a brother that started a company to change the world and to change the water for the better, and we worked together and we brought that in our wheelhouse, and then that's a service and a product that we can offer to other charities, right? And then we also have another venture that's about social impact, which focuses on it's called Good.Gifts. So what does that do? That goes out and they focus on implementing the charity dollars around the world. Consider it as like an Amazon marketplace. You go, it's like you're shopping for the khair that you want to do. Because when you think about zakat,
it's a platform for charities.
Exactly.
Okay.
And foundations, charities, and business people alike.
Oh, okay.
So you could go purchase
And business people as well.
Yeah, because they want to go spend. They want to go. A business guy, he wants to go take 1,000 blankets to the children of Somalia.
I see. I see.
We have that. We have Somalia, we have the children, and we have the mattresses, right? And then you can get on that website and choose whatever you want, and then we implement it on your behalf.
Wow, that's actually a fantastic idea.
Yeah. So you take. So the goal of why that's about being innovative,
Yeah.
right? Again, a brother had an idea, we came together, we partnered together, and then we launched the product.
Cool.
Right. So, and people actually come to you. They gravitate towards people that are successful, right? They'll say, okay, we like what you're doing. It looks great. How can I be a part of this?
So it seems like you guys understand that you are a de facto bank. I mean, you blew my mind by saying that, mashallah, that's a beautiful thing, that nonprofits do take the place of the loss of a Muslim state.
Unfortunately, but fortunate too,
But
because
do other nonprofits understand this about themselves?
I would hope so, because that needs a very high level of leadership. It's an amana. You're representing. So any dollar that walks in, and I get scared sometimes when I collect money from somebody, because that's an amana, bro. Like, for me to spend that dollar or misuse it, it's gonna be on my neck.
See, but all the problems that we've been talking about has been with this mentality being used incorrectly.
Yes. So now, how do you flip the script,
Yeah.
change the mindset, and use it correctly? So I think that's where you need the right people in the room, sit down, and we welcome these ideas. We want you guys to, even when you're reading and these quotations, or reading the comments and sharing your ideas, we want people to engage. We want people to come in with their next big, greatest idea. Whoever thought anything was going to be bigger than eBay 20 years ago? Nobody. And then you had AJ.com. You're like, nobody's going to be bigger than AJ. And then Google shows up.
I don't even know what AJ is.
Ask Jeeves. Oh, you're much younger. Yeah.
What's it called?
Ask Jeeves.
Ask G. That's actually
Check it out, AJ.com.
Yeah.
It used to be like the Google search
It
engine.
still exists.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was by Yahoo.
Yahoo.
So the interesting is, I remember that's how we used to ask. It was like a chat GPT
Yeah.
20 years ago. So just to show you, there is innovation. Whoever thought, like, I say a king didn't become a king became a king because the king died. Right? Meaning you'll be on top today, but you may not be on top tomorrow. So how do you get on top tomorrow? By learning what that person on top did, and be true to yourself, and go say, what is my God-given talents?
There's so many nonprofits out there all promising the same thing, and we never know which one to actually trust, which one will actually invest our money into the future of the communities that they serve. That's why I've partnered with Human Appeal USA, because they don't just react to emergencies, they invest in their communities. They don't just give to the orphan and the poor, they invest in their education, their healthcare, and their future. Not just short-term reaction, but long-term investment. Donate at give.humanappealusa.org/Ansari podcast, where you can give to humanity and give to the Ummah. I'm so excited to be bringing you guys this exclusive opportunity for Ansari podcast listeners. We've officially partnered up with Elif to back the next generation of Muslim founders. We're partnering up to launch the Elif Network, a global pipeline into startups for Muslim builders. So if you're a developer, an engineer, a designer, a writer, a marketer, or more, and you'd like to work for one of the fastest growing startups in the world today, then head over to elif.build/network-tap, or press the link in my bio and apply for free today. Yeah, man. Brother Waleed Gabr, that's all the questions that I have for you. Do you have any final thoughts before we head off?
Really, I'm just once again, thank you for giving me the chance on your platform and this amazing Ansari podcast. It's good to see like-minded people, level-headed people, great brothers that are doing this work, because we need more of this. And I encourage you to continue, and anywhere where we can help and be a part of this. And we want to actually put this in that box we were talking about earlier, social change, right? When we talk about how we can make a difference together, let's do it socially. Socially is like just conversing, and making a change together, collectively, because we share the same values, we share the same faith, we share the same platform here, alhamdulillah. and we want to welcome others to join, be a part of this. And if you guys think that there's things on your mind that you guys want to flood the comment box, we want people to come forward and say how they can make a difference in somebody's life. How they can make humanity better than the way that they found it.
Yeah, what their ideas are.
Yeah, we want that discussion to happen. Let's hopefully open up some type of board or some type of discussion so people could feel like their voice.
Sorry, I might have just sneezed into this jacket.
I'll take it. Put it in the pocket. So let's hopefully find a way to really give those individuals a chance to voice out their concerns, because we're at the end of the day, let's be honest, we're basically speaking on behalf of the people that are voiceless.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really what our work is. And all the work that we do, alhamdulillah, Humanity and all the other charities, we're literally just facilitating people's giving. That's all we're doing, really, in a nutshell. Just helping people be that mediator, just bringing it all together.
Yeah. So, and may Allah continue to facilitate and put barakah in your work. You guys at Humanity are doing a great job. I love this vest. What you guys do in general, mashallah.
And I always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to use us and not replace us.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's scary, because, if we're not doing this work, Allah's going to find somebody else to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm thankful for it, alhamdulillah. So thank you for that.
And guys, definitely come out to New York with Habib and Mu'taz Aziz, inshallah, Saturday, August 2nd. You can get your ticket at KhabibUSA.org. KhabibUSA.org.
We got other people coming in, influencers flying in from all over the country. I know we got Hussein Abdullah, ex-NFL player. We got Golden Balance coming in.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we got, I know Samir's Eats coming out. We have, what's the name? Hoop Finesse.
Nice. I love Hoop Finesse.
We got some great guys coming in from New York. I think the Akiway might be showing up since he's a New Yorker.
Okay.
We got a lot of cool people coming in that really want to be a part of this event, because it's special. It's a unique event. It's in New York. You got to bring that New York swag with you.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see the different life, of course, that we mentioned earlier, Mu'taz, Azazia. It's good to see the brothers coming in that are actually eyewitnesses to the work that's happening and happened on the ground in Gaza. And it's really like a shoreman, and really to say, hey, these people are doing work, support them. Because right now our focus is going to be on the current starvation and feeding the families or the people that we could inside Gaza and the like. So we want you guys to be a part of it. If you guys want to support this cause, check us out. We'll have that link up, inshallah. So once again, thank you so much, Mahmoud, for just being amazing and just holding down the mic, brother.
No, thank you, man. Thank you. We're only as good as the guest.
Nah, alhamdulillah. May Allah make us better than what people think we are. So.
I mean, co-founder of Humanity, Waleed Gabr. Thank you so much for joining the podcast, brother.
Jazakallah khair, and sitting with the founder of Ansari podcast.
Ansari podcast.
From one to another, mashallah. Allah barik fik. And Humanity in a nutshell, it's not just giving handouts. It's about giving a hand up.
Yes, sir.
So
Ooh.
Let's make a change.
Interesting. That was good.
Let's do it.
Thank you guys for listening to the Ansari podcast.
Let's do it.
Hey, Salam, guys. We're trying to build more studios, hire more people, and create more shows that you guys will love and enjoy. If you guys want to invest in us, then go on patreon.com/Ansari podcast and support us today.